All right, brilliant. So,
Yeah,
Alpha 19.
Alpha 19. Yeah, so I played the game for a while. Prison Architect, I mean.
You lazy bastard.
After, playing your own game is not generally considered lazy in the in game design
Have you
spheres.
heard of Dorian Gray,
Yeah,
the narcissist that just stared at a picture of himself
yeah.
all day or
Right.
whatever he
Well,
did?
this is not quite the same thing.
That's you, isn't
It's
it?
not
Just
like
also boss.
googling your own name or something. You've never done that, have you?
I've done that.
I bet you edit your Wikipedia page at night, don't you?
No, I don't do that. But there's Mark Morris, the famous choreographer from New York. Last time I checked, he was still more famous than I was.
More Twitter followers.
Damn you, Mark Morris, the choreographer from New York.
Oh, brilliant! Wow, fantastic. Maybe we should try hiring him, mate.
Is there another Crystal Lake? I bet there can't be.
I don't think there is. I think Crystal is quite a
Yeah,
strange name, actually.
yeah. I think you're famous. You've achieved global
Yeah,
global
I
stardom.
don't think I have to share the limelight with any other Crystalays.
Although if there are any Crystal Lakes out there, please get in touch.
Yeah, let us know.
We'd love to know
We
what
can
you're
do
doing.
a sort of Mission Impossible style swap of the board of directors for
Right.
people who have legally the same name.
Alpha 20 video will be me and Crystal A from Texas, the oil magnate.
That's a good plan. Yeah, I like it.
Right,
Um,
Alpha 19
I was
then.
saying then, I played the game and
Yeah.
I just wanted to catch up. And Alpha 18 made a lot of changes. We
Yeah, it's
introduced
big.
all
big.
those new programs and stuff. This all came in,
Yeah,
all the new armory equipment. I wanted to play it and feel the balance of the game. And
yeah.
the thing that came to my attention was that the financial model of the game was just utterly broken.
Well, we've known that for a long time, haven't we?
I know, it's languished. I mean, it's boring, isn't it? I mean, finance.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just boring stuff. But the problems were things like, you get all your money at midnight, right? So every day you get your federal grant at midnight, and all the money from your prisoners at midnight, and all of the goods from the workshop that you'd made during the day were sold at midnight.
Right.
So you get a lump sum of money at midnight, and of course everyone's asleep then. And
Right.
so it led to this weird scenario where you would go and spend all the money in like a giant splurge between like midnight and 3 a.m. You would
Right.
go and build a whole new wing or something, and your workmen would all work in the pitch black,
Right.
and they'd be finished. And by 3 a.m. you would have spent all your money.
Right.
And you have to wait until midnight again before you had any more.
Right.
And there was no additional way to raise big lump sums of money. On top of that, a lot of people, I mean, it's just common practice as well to cheat at Prison Architect and start a prison with $1 million in the bank,
Yeah.
right? Because it's just ultimately, it is
Yeah.
no fun waiting for money to come in.
Yeah. It's
Right.
artificial constraint.
It's
isn't
an
it?
artificial constraint. You're looking at your prison, you want to build stuff,
Yeah.
you got to wait till midnight. So I've done a few things to change that, and that is the theme of Alpha 19, fixing
Okay.
the biggest broken area of the game. So, first thing I've done then, we have a workshop, as usual,
Yeah.
and I think I have some people working in it. Yeah, here we go. Got 11 people working in there. So I'm just going to fast forward time to work time. And previously, at midnight, all the goods would be sold automatically.
Yeah.
Well, that's not the case anymore. Now we have a new room called exports. All right.
Wow.
And I'm going to put the exports room down here outside, just for now.
Okay.
There we go. So it's kind of analogous to the deliveries and garbage rooms, right? It's
Okay.
an outgoing room, effectively. And what will happen now is while the prisoners are working, they're making number plates, in this case. Anything that's a trade good that's for sale will be shipped off to your exports room
Right.
on the outside and then taken away by delivery trucks.
So that's like customs,
Yeah, it is a little bit, yeah.
or like border control.
Yeah, I suppose it is. Yeah. Now at the moment, it's completely insecured, right? So whatever they put into the output queue just gets taken away, and you receive your money for it straight away, right? So it's going to take them a little time to get it done because they need to stack some up before they'll be taken away.
Yeah.
In this case, because the export zone is outside the prison, only the workmen will actually do the shipping, right? The workmen will come in and pick up all the stuff that they've made and drag it outside.
Right.
But you can set your export zone up inside your prison in a secure area.
Okay.
And your
yeah.
prisoners will do the hauling
Yeah.
in that
Okay.
case. They'll haul it as far as they can. This is definitely rife for future escape attempts.
Yeah. Yeah. You might need to check people's papers.
Yeah,
the,
you might. You see,
the
you might need to have a little border guard mini
Little border
game,
guard.
mini game where you have to stamp all of their approval certificates.
Stamp their papers. That'd be awesome.
And every now and then you see a prisoner sticking his head out from behind the license plate, so you know
Yeah.
is actually innocent,
That's right. That's right.
and you let him out anyway.
Yeah,
Here you
yeah.
go. So here we've got some goods heading out now. Here's some finished items, right? License plates.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this
Brilliant.
stack of license plates is worth $150. Right? Oh. So
Okay.
what that means is once you get your production up and running, you immediately receive the money as soon as the truck leaves the facility.
Nice, nice. So you're getting much tighter feedback.
Yes, much
Good.
tighter feedback. So
Yeah,
a lot of big prisons that exist have got massive workshops, right? So they've got
yeah.
a substantial daily income, but again, not until midnight. But now
Yeah.
actually it'll just be a continuous income.
Okay.
Right, so there's cash flow. So the grants screen then. The grants is like a big area, isn't it? That's been
It is.
missing for a long time. Let's take a look at the new grants screen. Here we go. All right, so this is our new grants list. So previously we had 4 grants. Right?
Yeah.
In fact, I think we had like these 2 or something.
Yeah,
We had
yeah.
4. So now we have a lot more. We have a lot more grants. And
Yeah.
we've got a lot more conditions on our grants now as well. So the information is displayed differently now. It used to be like a grant used to only fit 4 grants on this whole screen.
Yeah.
So now it's all in tooltips, and we can actually see the objectives of each grant listed. These are
Nice.
almost like quests, right? The
Yeah.
way I see it is that the grants are your primary income stream in the early phase of the game, right? These are like
Okay.
build your prison, build this facility, do this
Yeah.
work. You know,
Yeah.
some of them have got prerequisites. You may notice this is new
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So this one, for example, inmate nutrition research. Right? An independent research group are offering funds to participate in a trial of the effects of varying inmate eating habits.
Wow.
This is one of Gary's grants.
Okay.
So in other words,
Gary, yep.
you've got to change the feeding system. So you've got to feed them all crap food for 2 days, and then feed them all good food for 2 days.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. I love Gary. He's
Yeah,
awesome.
He is awesome, and you get 15 grand research.
Yeah. Okay.
At the result.
Okay.
But
For feeding them Big Macs.
exactly. So the prerequisites are that you have to have health and mental health, and at least 20 prisoners on site before.
You should have sponsors in here. It should be inmate nutrition research sponsored by KFC or something.
Sponsored by McDonald's. Yeah.
McDonald's.
We're
Or KFC
searching
or
for
something.
proof that a diet of McDonald's every day is not harmful.
That's right. It's not harmful.
Yeah.
That's right. Doesn't make you obese. Ignoring the fact that the prisoners do 8 hours exercise
Exactly,
in
yeah.
the yard every day.
In the yard, and then have to work in the grueling workshop all day.
Before McDonald's lawyers come slamming down on us,
Yeah.
we didn't mean any of that.
No, we love McDonald's, don't we?
Yeah.
McDonald's
And
is
other burgers are available.
any other burgers. Yeah. When part of a healthy diet,
That's right.
there's nothing wrong with a McChip, a McBurger.
That's right.
Nothing at all.
Right. Anyway, enough of
So
that.
these are locked grants, right? So these are ones whose prerequisites have not been met. Right?
Okay.
So prison labour, for example, we can't have that one because we need to complete the prison workforce grant previously. So you can see that some grants are actually chained on top of each other, right?
Nice.
You complete one grant and it leads to more grants.
Nice.
Yeah. Now, we used to be able to... There was another problem with this grant system, which is that you used to just be able to take them all. You could just click on them all and you get all the money. Really
Right.
stupid. So now there's a sensible limit. You can accept no more than 2 grants at a time.
Unless you unlock your accountant.
Unless you use your accountant. So if we
All
go
right.
like prison maintenance maybe and basic security. There we go. So we've got our 2 grants in progress.
Okay. Yeah.
We can't do any more, right? The grant screen is now locked until we complete those grants. So now choosing which grant is going to suit your prison next is actually a challenge in its own right.
Yeah. Okay. That's nice. That's good. Good progression.
Yeah,
It's gonna
exactly.
be fun, I think.
And as it says here, use your accountant to raise the limit. So if we go to bureaucracy, wow. I've relayed out the bureaucracy screen. Finally.
Have you?
Yeah. Oh, you're such an idiot. The warden used to be over
Oh,
here.
it's at the top now.
and
It's
it-
at the top.
The
Yeah.
whole thing used to move left to right, and I just kept running out of space. So
Yeah.
I've relayed the whole thing out. So here's the warden, and here's everything radially around him.
I see. Oh, this is meant to be like a pinboard, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, well done, mate. Oh, you're sharp today, aren't you?
Those red things are meant to be like bits of string.
It's a string. Oh, you've had your Weetabix this morning, mate, haven't you?
See, you mock me, right? When it takes me a while to get something, but I'm putting it down to your shit graphic design.
Yeah, that's possible. It's possible. It's possible that 100,000 players just went, oh, yeah, it's meant to be a pinboard.
Yeah, they did.
Exactly when you did. Yeah. All right, so I've unlocked an extra grant, so now I can do 3 at a time.
Okay, nice.
So it still doesn't open it wide up, it just opens it a bit more.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a safety net in here. This one here, government bailout.
Okay.
Right. This would normally be hidden, but I've exposed it just for the purposes of this video.
Yeah.
The idea here is that this is like it's like an extra life.
I like this. Your prison is too big to fail.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes. So this happens. Look at the prerequisites, right? $500 at most in the bank.
Yeah.
Cash flow at most 0. In other words, you're losing money every day.
Yeah.
At least $10,000 of debt, and at least 30 prisoners. So you need to have reached a certain size.
Yeah.
So the government is basically saying that they can't let your prison fail. They're going to invest $50,000 in your prison to bump it up.
Yeah.
And they're going to give you another $50,000 once you've cleared your debts and turned around your finances such that you're receiving more income than expenses.
So you've kind of got to sort of get out of jail. I didn't mean that pun.
Get out of jail.
Get out of jail free card.
Yes. You've got a government bailout with conditions, right? Because, a government bailout should have conditions.
Yeah.
It shouldn't just be handed over willy-nilly to, financial experts who will...
So if things go catastrophically wrong, you can push the bailout button.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, the feds
But it's only once, and it's a one extra life. It's a lifeline.
Yeah.
And there aren't failure conditions in the game yet, but once we get to that, once you've used this up, you're getting close to your failure condition at that point.
Yeah, okay.
You've been just financially bankrupt. So, what's this? Bank loan. Interesting.
Right. Bank loan, yes.
Banks love lending money, don't they?
They do.
We can't do anything at the moment. We have to use the accountant to unlock it. So I'll go with the bureaucracy. The accountant's got a lot more unlocks now as a result of me messing with finance for so long. So you unlock bank loans.
That was a cheeky cheating.
That was a cheat code, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So here we go. So we can borrow $2,500. Wow,
okay.
Man, wow.
It's not a lot, is it?
Well, actually, that's like 10% of the money we've got at the moment. We've only got 28,000 in savings.
But that's quite a lot then, isn't it?
All right, so we'll have that then. Now, the thing is... Oh. Still there?
Yeah.
All right. The thing is, it's that's your starting loan, right? You have to work up. There's a progression game going on here.
Yeah.
So we're now paying $125 of interest every day on that bank loan, right? So the bank's making a little bit of profit, but it hasn't made that much difference. But you see, it says we've got a credit rating, right? Every time we make a payment, and we currently, because I've been rejigging the whole finance system to work hourly instead of daily, we make hourly payments back to our loan. Right?
Okay.
It might sound weird, but you've got to remember that in Prison Architect, you can build most of the prison in 24 hours.
Yeah, it's a video game, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a temporal obfuscation occurring.
Not worry too much about time.
So if we accelerate time and make a few bank payments, like so. So what I've done there is I've just made 7 payments.
Yeah.
8, 9, 10, 11. I've made 11 payments. So now my credit rating is raised to above 2, and now I have a maximum of $10,000.
Okay. So are you paying the loan back?
Yes. No. You're paying interest on the loan. It's like a credit. It's like a credit card.
Yeah. So you're just paying that interest, and then you can decrease that and increase that.
Yes. Your bank loan will never be paid off.
Yeah.
So if I increase the bank loan to $10,000, now the interest is $500 a day. Now it's getting, now it's more.
Yeah.
And your credit rating goes up as long as you keep repaying, as long as you make your repayments. Well, as long as you make your interest payments, your credit rating will increase up to a maximum of 10, I think. The maximum loan is $100,000.
I'd like to see the bailiffs turn up at the prison.
Yeah.
You'd be like, well, go on then.
Yeah.
Go in the yard.
Go ahead. Recover some debt. Why don't you?
See what they do to you.
There was something else in the finance screen that you may have noticed. A sting in the tail. Something new. What's this?
Yeah, I did see that in there.
Corporation taxes, mate.
I did see that, corp tax. Well,
only two things are certain in this world, mate.
It's true, mate.
And one of them is taxes, right? As soon as you make a profit, and we are making a profit of $3,800 a day, you pay taxes. So we were actually making a profit of $5,400 a day, but the government is taking 30%. Because we are a private industry.
We are a private industry, right? And they're allowed to tax us.
Prison Architect Incorporated, right?
That's right.
Pays 30% taxes. So that's a bit of an embuggerance, isn't it?
Well, it's not nice, but,
Interestingly, in the early game, it's not really a factor because you don't really have any income. But it's actually quite a strong incentive to not have an income, right? This encourages you to spend your daily income.
Right.
You're better off...
Reinvesting it
in staff, for example. So if you just hire a load of expensive staff, you won't have any daily income, and you'll be making more efficient use of your effect. You're still making efficient use of your income, but just taking the income and putting it into your bank is very inefficient because you lose a third of it to corp taxes.
Yeah.
However, we do have an accountant, and we all know what accountants are good for.
Aha!
Right, our accountants are good for tax relief. Right. Here we go. So it's expensive, right? $10,000. You need to be in a position where you are receiving a substantial amount of money into your company before this becomes worth it. Right?
Yeah.
Because you've got to spend $10,000. And that drops the tax rate to 15%. But there's another one after, right? $50,000 to open an offshore tax haven.
Brilliant.
Your
Offshore
accountant,
tax haven.
right.
Brilliant.
Your accountant stretches the rules to breaking point and moves all your official accounts and business processes to a foreign country with a highly preferential tax rate. Your
Brilliant.
corporation tax drops to 1%.
That's awesome, man.
You effectively pay zero taxes if you unlock that, but
Yeah.
it costs you a tremendous amount of money. So that's for prisons that have got huge daily
Yeah,
incomes, right?
big prisons.
Enormous workshops that are producing vast quantities of money, and it makes a huge amount of difference to the amount of money you receive.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah. What else do we have? Yes. There is a financial bonus in the game based on days without incident. You might remember, maybe you don't, in the valuation screen, you used to get a penalty for incidents like murders and things
That's
like
right.
that.
That's right. I remember. Yeah.
I've sort of switched it around a little bit, and I've put it into the income chart. So now you get a bonus from the federal government for days without incident.
Giving you your tax back.
Yeah, so you're getting. So here we've gone for 1.9 days without any incident. An incident is a serious injury or an escape, or something like that. You know, even a prisoner being beaten up by a guard counts as a serious incident.
Yeah.
Right? So we've got $1,000 because we've been going for this. Now it accumulates at a rate of $1,000 per day.
Okay.
So after 5 days without incident, we're getting a $5,000 bonus.
Yeah.
So it's quite a substantial bonus. Right? It tops out at 10,000. So if you run your prison for 10 days without an incident, you'll receive a $10,000 bonus that day.
Okay, and that's when it sort of cashes in, does it?
It cashes in every day. Right?
Okay.
Every day, $10,000.
Okay.
Now that's pretty impressive. But running a prison without incident for 10 days is extremely
Hard.
difficult.
Yeah.
And as soon as you have an incident, it resets to zero. All right? So this is a sliding scale bonus that drops immediately to zero when you have an incident.
Yeah. Okay.
So it can be very difficult to max this one out. But if you do manage to run a prison, which is a very, very safe and incident-free location, you can really max out on the profits from that.
Lovely.
This might be a bit too much, but we'll see.
No, we'll see. Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, I like it too.
It's another driver, isn't it?
Yeah. All right, there's one last thing that I've got for you about raising money. This is for
Okay.
the end game, right? So we've talked about the grants are like where you get your money in the early game, right?
Yeah.
And maybe the bank loans, right? In the mid game, you're into the late stage grants, and you're into converting your cash flow into enormous loans, and you're into dropping your tax liability, and you're doing the incident bonuses, right? In the end game, you still need huge lump sums of money, but you've probably burnt through most of the grants by that point.
Right.
So, you remember you used to be able to sell your prison?
Yes.
You used to be able to sell your prison for like $2 million and start a new prison.
That's right.
Well, now you can capitalize on the value of your prison before you actually sell it.
What?
So under the valuation system, here's our value. The value of our prison is currently $180,000.
Right.
Right? That's because bricks and mortar, these are all the things that are listed
Yeah. Yeah.
against us. Right? It's not an especially valuable prison right now. I mean, I've seen prisons that are worth millions.
Okay. Yeah.
We can sell it and we can make $180,000, or we can sell shares in our prison.
Wow.
So we could sell 10% of our prison for 10% of the value of the prison. Right?
Okay.
Simple as that, straight up exchange. Here's the calculation, right? So it says total prison value is 180,000, but it doesn't count cash reserves because cash reserves, you're about to get a load of cash, so it doesn't actually change the value of your prison. So if I click on that button and sell, say twice, I've just received $28,000 for selling 20% of my prison. I've effectively got venture capital.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
It's like going on the Dragon's Den. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
and selling part of it. And I only own 80% of my prison now.
Yeah.
I've effectively capitalized on the value of my prison. But
So what happens now? So now that you only own 80%, does that impact on your ability to make decisions?
it doesn't. You can only sell up to 50% of your prison. You always retain 51% ownership of your prison. So you always remain, Prison Architects Incorporated always remain the primary controllers of the prison.
Right.
Even if because you can only sell as far as this. Right?
Okay.
It won't let you sell any further. But when you come to sell the whole prison, when you're done and you want to move on to a new prison,
Okay.
you see in the sell button, the sale price is going to be $250,000, but because we only own half of it, we're only going to get half of the sale price.
Right.
So if you do this too early, this is too early, right? I've done this in a prison that isn't worth very much. I haven't actually raised that much money by selling half my prison,
Yeah.
but it's done now. And so when it comes to selling a prison, if my prison is worth like $3 million,
You're only going to get half.
I'm only going to get half of that. So I've given away all that future income.
Yeah.
So you have to pick the right time.
Yeah.
Right? But it's for the end game. That's what it's aimed at. It's for the end game when you've got a very, very valuable prison, but you still need to raise more money, and you're not necessarily ready to move on yet. And that's how it works.
Cool. Right, thank you for watching. I'm Mark, he's Chris. We're making Prison Architect. If you haven't already, get involved. You can buy it from Steam, or you can go to prison-architect.com and pick it up directly from us. We'll give you a Steam key. That's all for Alpha 19. See you next month for Alpha 20.